subscribing here. I hope everybody is blessed. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. And to have a personal reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. I look forward to connecting with you. And without any further ado, let's kick it off. Let's see what's going on with the air signs. So I'm going to get an overall. Let's get an overall energy. Let's see what's going on. We'll unpack that and then we'll go into the recent past, what's going on now in the present, and in the near future. The rest of me. And in true new moon fashion, I hope you guys have all enjoyed the new moon in Taurus energy. It's, you know, the review, what's worked, what hasn't, what are we wanting to manifest, what are the types of characteristics that we need to aspire to act as if, add to our way of being, in order to be who we want to be and to get whatever it is that we want, you know. And what's really great about the Taurus new moon energy is that Taurus is like, you know, a very they like to have nice things, so there's a nice luxury element, grounding as well, and as it's ruled by Venus, love and relationships are definitely up there. So I think love and relationships and kind of our connections to people will be quite a little bit more intense, to say the least. Yeah, there's some good things coming up. So let's see what's going on for you guys. So I'm a air sign as well. I am a Libra. So I'll be very anxious to see what is actually going on. So let's get the overall energy for the air signs, please. Honesty. Okay. So air sign, the overall energy is about honesty, being honest to yourself, what you truly want, speaking your truth, living in your truth. And I think even honesty speaks is the way you live, your lifestyle, the things that you hold dear. Yeah, it's like your lifestyle, and for some of you this is around yeah, dealing with some real harsh truths. And I think you're going to have to level with yourself about the things that you really want and who really needs to be taking a back seat in your life. So let's kind of see what this says. So the energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. Just to add that nice little tidbit there, with kindness and tact. So we're not just, you know, speaking truths and just pop, 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 done in everybody's dance. Oh, you know. So the energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. Yeah, I mean, we've got to be genuine, you know what I mean? We've got to be real with what it is that we want. And if we don't ask, we don't get. And you have to be honest with yourself, you know, what are you holding back from, you know, and what is holding you back and why are you allowing it to do that? I feel like there's a barrier going on, almost like you're here and you are experiencing life, but from a detached kind of standpoint almost. I want to break down what this honesty is. clarify honesty? Where is honesty here for the air signs? So that is Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. So we've got Judgment. That makes a lot of sense. So honesty, you know, being a good person, you know, I think it's about, and especially for the air sign Libras as well, who deal with that balance, you know, ensuring things are fair and just, you know, in general. I feel as though this Judgment is kind of what it is that is on your mind. I think you're, you know, am I being a good person? Am I being the bigger person in this situation? Am I giving all that I can in this situation? And I feel like someone's holding back, and this is like a nudge to kind of say to you to take the action that you're being called to take. You know, I feel like for some of you, you're wanting to, I don't know, make some type of confession. For some of you, it's to open up and be real with somebody about how you're feeling. Maybe you're not managing very well. Maybe you're finding it hard to cope. Maybe, and for some of you, this is health. You know, your health is something that you're kind of reluctant to talk about. And especially if it's one of them ones where you yourself are a bit nervous and you don't want to alarm anybody else. But I think there is a pulling for you to tell the truth and to say, look, this is what's going on with me. This is my decision. This is what I'm going to do. And that kind of energy, because Judgment speaks about, you know, being, you know, divinely guided and, you know, tapping into your higher self, you know, not acting from your low frequency or reacting in a low frequency vibe, because it's got kindness and tact. So yeah, say your truth, do the things that are, you know, right for you, but do it from a place of love, and be mindful that your words can affect people in many different ways. We've got the moon here, and the moon speaks of our dreams and speaks of our desires, our creativity, and also speaks of illusions and dreams and things that may not necessarily be tangible. So sometimes we need to put our feet back on the ground. There's a lot of emotions. This is a water sign, Pisces in particular. So I feel like possibly you may need to have an honest communication with a Pisces, or any water sign, to be fair. And I feel as though it's coming from a place where, yeah, you want to be real. You want to keep it 100, or maybe you want to have a communication around sort of saying, look, I want to speak my truth. I want to live this type of way. I want us to do A, B, C, D, and E. You know, that kind of thing. It almost, yeah, it feels quite romantic or relationship-wise. And for those who this is more talking of a platonic thing, like i.e. family, duties and commitments, colleagues and things like that, business partners, I think it's about keeping everything above board, setting some real and clear intentions as well, because I know confrontation is not something that is high on your list of priorities right now. I think you just want to be level and you want things to just run smoothly. So let's see what's gone on in the recent past for air signs. Cornucopia. I love that. So there is a sense of comfortability, gratitude in abundance, And this, I feel, in many ways is not necessarily just monetary, you know, physical attributes, but love and inner standing. And I think this honesty is coming from speaking your truth. And then I think once you've kind of had that conversation, or cleared the air, or made peace with whatever's going on within you, maybe this is going on within you and it's not something that you are having to talk to anybody else about, but rather level with yourself. And I think this cornucopia is coming from the sense of peace, you know, and acceptance, you know, that all will be well and that you have much to be thankful for. So I think even in times where things are very difficult, and like I said, for some of you it feels like you're not coping, you're not managing, you're feeling on the edge, you know, you feel like you are wanting to speak your truth and you're being told to have it intact. I think, you know, overall there is much to be thankful for. There is much fruits, there is much, you know, fruitfulness and growth. You know, I think that's what it's really showing. And then we've got Angel of Balance. In true air sign fashion with the Libra balance here, this Angel of Balance, you know, is talking about, you know, finding the happy medium between the physical attributes that we have to do, the physical things, and the spiritual applications that is necessary to keep us level. Do you get what I mean? I think for many of you there is this energy of, oh, I've got to keep going, you know, I've got to appear to be okay, I've got to just keep treading, keep going. But I feel like there's no balance, because the more spiritual side, the going within part is not necessarily being, I think you've been so busy and rushed off your feet and tired. And for some of you this is, you know, lacking in motivation almost. Yeah, and I feel as though this is what the energy has been, or what you're working through at the moment. So let's see what this cornucopia is talking about. As I see that honesty is here, taking action, and, you know, really being clear on your desires, what your dreams are, balancing your emotions, you know. Clarify cornucopia. Why is that here for air signs, please? Make it plain. Taking all of those. Where's cornucopia, please? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. So again, taking on board opportunities to be stable, to have your physical world taken care of, you know, the fruits, you know, things being fruitful, seeing, you know, your household, your family, your work, your business, you know, your partnerships, your family life, your spiritual growth, all of these things here. There's so many opportunities, and I think that's probably why you're moving towards finding a balance between some of the more misty energy. Like I feel like there's a misty energy around this moon card, and this constant judgment of yourself, and quite harshly as well. I think you need to be a lot more kinder to yourself. I think you're being quite judgmental, and you're not really cutting yourself any slack, really. So that's where it's talking about having the kindness and the tact, you know. So let's see what else, let's see if there's anything else that comes out for that. Right. Clarify cornucopia, please. Yeah, you're moving through some stuff, and this card has come up quite a lot. So I feel like this month is definitely working on your mindset, working on your self-image, what you see, what you believe, because this Eight of Swords speaks of feeling bound, feeling trapped, feeling like there is no other way out. There's only one way of doing things. Things have always been like this. It's always going to be like that. This kind of lack mentality kind of energy. And if you look at this card, this woman's not bound. It's all up in her mind. In her mind, she feels as though she's bound. She can't see. Things are unclear. And I think that's what it is that you've been working through. Being honest with the fact that, look, there are so much things you can be thankful for. You know that there's so much stuff, you know, that you've been brought through, you know, but the honesty is you still need work. You still need work on your self-image. You still need work on your self-esteem, building that, building your confidence, finding out who you are, becoming independent, becoming strong enough to speak your truth, ask for the help that you need when you need it, and things like that. That's the kind of energy I get from that. Yeah, there's still work to be done, and look, the work is being done by everyone in some different type of capacity, you know. Let's find out why Angel of Balance is here. Although we know there is a need to balance yourself right now. King of Pentacles. Yeah. Balance this energy around the, you know, grounding and financial wealth and contentment and fruitfulness and luxury, and finally being able to relax into the fact that you've put in the work, you know. Yeah, you've put in lots of work, but there is still some stuff need to get done, as I feel as though you've been focusing a lot on the money, or, you know, maybe even just sorting out your home, or many of you have been kind of trying to deal with business and staying on top of tasks and things. But like I said, the more spiritual aspect needs to be looked into. Let's see what else comes up for Angel of Balance. Knight of Wands. Yeah. See, so there's this passionate pursuit for the things that you want with this Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is about carving out a new space. It's about seeing where you can innovate something, where you can create something, you know, forge your own path, you know. And with this fruitfulness and actually taking action, you see that there is a lot that can come out of this. Once you take this action, passionately move towards what you want, there is much fruitfulness. You've got cornucopia here. There's a lot of earth sign energy here. Earth and swords. So earth and air energy here. So possibly you may have an earth sign support system that's supporting you through your mindset, you know, supporting breaking these old habits, you know. Yeah, finding the balance about what you want business wise, you know, helping you move forward. So let's go into what's happening presently. Ooh, ugh. Okay, so we've got indecision. That old chestnut, air signs. Indecision, especially for the Libras in particular. Indecision, and we've got hostilities. We are working through some stuff. And this indecision goes right back to what it is that you feel. This mindset like, ugh, things are always the same. You know, I'm trapped in this way of life. I'm trapped in this relationship. I'm trapped with these people. I'm trapped in this mundane cycle. And it's so not true, because look, the opportunities for growth and expansion are here. Cornucopia. You know, King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, movement, positive movement. And I think the indecision is definitely around the mindset, definitely. And the hostilities are the energies that's going on around. I feel for some of you, this indecision is coming from almost this energy where there is a fight between, it's almost like a fight for ownership, fight for, yeah, it's almost like a fight for ownership, some type of competition. I think that's where the hostilities are coming from. I feel you need to make sure that you are not looking at what anybody else is doing or watching anybody else as the benchmark to yourself, because no two people are the same, and no two people's experience is exactly the same. You know, there may be, you know, similarities, there may be things that are, you know, common denominators, but we can't watch how people do things, get things, why they're getting, you know, why they seem to be having their cornucopia, and why, where you do have much to be thankful for, and you do see there's a lot in your mind, there's a lot of what you don't have, and you can only see, you know, you can't see past the end of your nose, you know, because you're viewing yourself or your situation through a very, very dim and quite negative light. So let's see what's going on with this indecision. Why is indecision here? Why are there air signs? And I feel like this indecision is around what you're going to do first, because I feel honestly you guys have much to do. I mean, with all of this earth sign energy, it feels as though you have many opportunities, many projects, you know, many business ventures, tasks to do. And I almost feel like it's, what should I do first? What actually makes me feel good? And again, it goes back to that being honest. Are the things you are focusing and putting your attention to, is it the real deal? You know, are you stretching yourself, or are you selling yourself short? And these are the honest conversations you need to be having with yourself. These are the type of journal prompts, you know. Am I living to my full potential? You know, am I doing things that are in alignment with my purpose? You know, yeah, are my goals big enough? You know, being really honest about how you see yourself, you know, where there is so much going on around and so much fruitfulness, but also a lot going on in the mind. There's a huge battle going on, air signs, and it's with yourself, you know, and with what you can do, what you can give. And for some of you, you just feel tired and done in. It feels like you've been doing so much and you just want to chill out. You know, in the next breath, you just want to make sure that all of your stuff is done. You've dotted your I's and you've crossed your T's, and you feel like, right, cool, I can now relax because I've done what I needed to do. That type of energy. So this indecision, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I say yes? Do I say no? You know, we've got indecision around the Two of Pentacles. There you go. Balance again, you know, making a decision, balancing the physical realm and the spiritual realm. You know, what should I pay most attention to? The pursuit of money right now, or should I just pay attention to my home and my children? You know, I feel like there is a need to be honest with the fact that there is there is no balance, and you need to find that. And the balance has to be with the physical stuff of this world, like making your money, having your family, you know, the stability, the comfortability, you know, your lifestyle, your career, your finances, as well as your spiritual grounding and yes, the spiritual application that is needed, the things that you need to keep yourself balanced, journaling, meditating, breath work, sound healing, Reiki healing, sitting in nature, just being quiet, observing, reflecting, you know, again, this balancing act. Then we've got the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands talks about nearly coming to the end of a really harsh task. I mean, the movement has been real. The pursuit towards happiness and towards the fulfillment of wishes and all of the daily tasks and the things that you want to do, it's almost over, the hard slog of it, and being in a space where you're not really sure, but you're just keeping on going anyway. You're coming out of that energy real soon. But there is so much going on in the mind. So much. And look at that 9 of Swords. Anxiety. Yeah, insomnia, not sleeping at night, worrying. Can I? Will I? Do I deserve to? All of that kind of energy. Yeah. Some of you have taken action to just keep moving in the face of what's going on, but I feel as though the reason why you're not sleeping very well and the way you feel out of sync is that you haven't been honest. There's certain things that you haven't said or done. You know, and I say done because you've got the Judgment card, so you've been called to take some type of action. I feel like, and that's why you can't relax. It's like, oh, I need to do this, you know, but it fills me with a whole load of dread to do that. I.e. the hostilities, and possibly that is why you're possibly a bit prickly right now. You're not really having it, you know, you're so much on the edge of the things that you need to do, and all the internal conversation is going on so much so when other people from outside want to come and nitpick or to abuse their position or to feel like they're going to come in with their bully boy tactics, you ain't having it. You ain't having it at all. Yeah, you see, you're taking action. You know, the hostilities is there. So there's communication. You know, I feel like this is, yeah, this is back and forth. So this is snide remarks. This is, we're not really seeing eye to eye. And the Knight of Wands is a passionate energy, taking action. So yeah, you're not joking. When you feel like this sense of injustice, or you feel like people are trying to mock it, or you don't feel like completely 100% listened to or respected, oh yeah, 9 of Wands passionately telling people, oh, go on with this fire sign energy, like, yeah, is that what you think? Yeah, you know, and I think that's why this energy has kept you moving, although you're not quite sure in what direction you're moving anyway. You know, you just know that you can't stop the movement, you know, especially for those who the things that they have to do are essential, you know. But it's like, oh, I don't want to, oh, I've got no energy, can't be asked, things are so hard, leave me alone, you know, that kind of thing. How am I going to make it? How's it going to work? I can't see an end to this shite, you know. But there's a passionate energy going on here. Fire sign energy, definitely igniting the flames. High Priestess. And some of these hostilities are due to things that are unsaid. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets. She is extremely intuitive. Yeah, there is things inside that need to be sorted out, and I'm going to call you guys out now and say I think it's time for some of you to revisit if you've already done so, and for those who haven't, it's time to kind of speak to somebody objectively about what's going on. If you're uncomfortable with the therapy route, then maybe a life coach, yeah, some type of coaching, mentoring, but definitely therapy for some of you, because I say why. Because this hostility is coming from the things that are within, you know, the inner stuff, the things that nobody else knows, you know. There's flames around it, you know. It's something that causes a lot of fiery and sometimes quite depressive energy as well. And then we've got the Emperor. So possibly the hostilities might be around, you know, a fire sign person. Maybe you and a fire sign are not seeing eye to eye, or some type of truth is making it so that there is hostilities, there is some back and forth, because obviously someone don't want to hear the truth. And I think someone's withholding it, and that's why there's a lot of issues, where there's a lot of negative energy coming your way. May as well just talk it, man. If they're already sending out the shots and the flames and all of that and carrying on with the most, it may as well get over with. It may as well be sending shots for the 14. You know what I mean? So let's see what's going on in the near future. Yin Yang. So I feel like in the near future you've made peace with and are aware of the fact that at the end of the day, you know, although things have been difficult and there's been a whole load of beautiful energy and things that you can be thankful for, that's life. Yin Yang, baby. Up and down, left and right, hot and cold, dark and light, and that kind of energy. I think that's what you're moving towards, instead of, you know, having this limited self view and sort of saying, ugh, this is, you know, this is my lot, this is what I've, you know, this is how I'm gonna live always, this is how my life's gonna be, this is the type of people I'm gonna be around, I'm always gonna have relationships that end like this, or it'll be interaction with people who, you know, instead of seeing it like that, it's going to be like, well, you're always going to have some of those folks, you know, there's always going to be some kind of element that I have to fight through, some type of vibrational mismatch that I'm going to have to deal with, you know. And then, you know, you become someone who's so much more wiser, you know, this thinking woman. So this is coming to an energy where you're more strategic about how you do things. You're not just throwing caution to the wind. You're not allowing your emotions to take you from left or right, you know, and keep you in a place of indecision. But rather you are looking at things from an objective standpoint, and it's positive, because there's peace. There's peace in knowing that through chaos, you know, you can find order, you can find peace, you can find yourself, you know, because in times of trials and tribulations, you find out who you are, and sometimes you surprise your damn self. You're like, oh, check me out. Especially for those who are not really on the confrontation, but boy, when your back's against the wall or you feel like you're being mocked, how the gloves come off, how the tongue gets sharp, how you ain't taking no call and you ain't hearing what anybody else got to say. Like, is that what you believe? You know, yin yang, yeah. With the Two of Cups energy, yeah, you're gonna have ups and downs in the relationships. You know, whether they be romantic in nature, you know, with this, you know, love and romance, you know, and family and partnerships. This could even be to do with, you know, work relationships and partnerships, and business partners, and, you know, pouring into each other. And I think this yin yang is to say, look, there's going to be moments of darkness and moments of light, but as long as you are pouring into each other, you know, and being honest about where you're at and what you can offer, then there's less likely need to be worrying. You get what I mean? Let's see what else is there. Why is yin yang here? See, change. You know, things ain't always going to be like this. The wheel. There's going to be an end to that cycle of just darkness. It's not always going to be like that. You're not always going to be in this limbo space or lack mentality thinking space. You're going to be more in a space of feeling optimistic, and things are going to change. This wheel talks about fortune favoring you, things changing. You know, you're going to have much more to smile about, especially when you're being strategic and protecting your energy, being real and honest with what you can manage, what you can't. You know, yeah, look at that. Ace of Swords. Communication, thoughts, you know, thinking, communicating, possibly texting, writing, journaling, trying to get your point across. And for some of you, this is like real harsh communication, some type of truth. And I think the thinking woman, she understands how to decipher all that's going on in the mind. You've got to quiet the mind and get very specific and start to observe where the mind goes and why does it keep going to certain things, because it needs to be dealt with. You know, there's plenty of ideas here with this page. New ideas are coming in, new confidence in taking new ways of doing things to the next level, being that thinking woman. Look at that. Thinking woman, truth, communication, thoughts, you know, unbound potential for communication. And then you've got the ideas, new ideas, innovative. Why can't I speak? I'm trying to say the word and I feel like I'm about to do it again. Innovative, I think. Is it good? You know what I mean? Something new. Wow, so you're working through a lot. It's all good because this is the perfect time where you are reviewing, you know, the things that you need to work on. So your self-image is something that we need a definite overhaul on. We need a safe space to communicate and speak the truths if we don't feel that we can say it physically to people. For some of you, you're not even able to speak this truth to this person because maybe you're not in communication with them anymore. They may not be in this realm anymore. You know, but there is other ways for you to expel that energy in a safe and controlled manner. So lastly, let's see what is being activated within you, air signs. Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. What is being activated? The air signs. Oh. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations. I said that earlier, and I couldn't even say about innovations. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. See, you want things to be clear. You know, you want to get clear. You want to get precise about things, because you know that whatever you pay your attention to, it comes to you, and you can't deal with it. It's too much. It messes with your self-esteem. It messes with, you know, how you view yourself, you know. But where you devise new ideas, new communication, the thinking woman, new ideas of how to do things and standing out from the crowd, this is where things become illuminated. I need to deal with this. My strengths are here. I have weakness here, and I can get help from this person, that person. I'm going to create a whole space. I'm going to create a new, forge a whole new path. I love it. And I've got satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Ugh, I know this one all too well. And I had this the other day where it was just like, I was looking for some support, and where I didn't feel like I got what I needed, I kind of was just like, you know, I just wanted to, you know, and realistically, on the face of it, I was just looking for some type of approval, and I need the self-approval. So be satisfied in your own ideas, trusting yourself. You've got great ideas. You're here to do great things, you know, so that you're not waiting for other people to validate you, you know, to give you the approval, you know, the permission to succeed, the permission to break the boundaries. You know, we've got vision. This has come up quite a lot this month. Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. Indeed. And like, again, you just want to be cool. You want things to be calm. You just want a nice, quiet life where there's love, bliss, and there is enough for everybody. So what's this cat, you know, this cat and mouse business and dog eat dog and all of this harsh business? There's no need for it. There's enough to go around. And I think that's probably why sometimes you have this sadness around you, air signs, because you know things could be better if people weren't always on the lookout for themselves. And then lastly, we've got gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. Yeah. I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for those who you put around you. Your family, your friends. You know, they're invaluable lessons, you know, in life. You know. And lean into gratitude for the things you have and getting through the shitstorm. And waking up each dawning, there's much to be grateful for and much to say thank you, although it's a whole mazza. And I know some of us are still working through this indecision and working through this energy of hostility. Yes, people are throwing out the shade, but yeah, man, learn for Dutch, or if you've got some kind of truth to talk it, and yeah, resolve is on the way. So my lovelies, please like, share, subscribe and comment, and for your personal readings, all the information is in the description box below. Happy healing. Okay, my air signs, take care. Much love.